Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is well. We are back with another live show on the channel, so apologies. It's a later one. Today I've been out for a family meal. That's why I am back a bit late, and that's why we've done the show a bit later on for tonight. So, yeah, we are discussing about Miggy Almiron and his time at Newcastle United. Of course, he is now on his way out of the club and is about to rejoin the club we signed him from, Atlanta United. Well then, if you enjoyed the show, guys, please do hit the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. So please do smash the likes. Please, of course, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It just helps make the channel grow. And please hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So that notifies you what comes out on the channel week in, week out. So do hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with all the content. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into a prize draw as well. We'll just nip the comments that have come through. Yep, it was indeed tonight, Martin. Good evening.
Hello, Pierre.
Martin, I love you well as well. Good evening, Joe. Tom, good evening, Pete. Brian, good evening. Glad to hear Billy's out of hospital. Oh, that's great news. Really delighted to hear about Billy.
If you didn't see the audio,
I didn't see it. No, so that's great news to hear about Billy.
He's out of hospital and he could be back on the match commentary for Saturday.
Oh, that's great. That's great. We are watching in bed. Yeah, it's excellent news about Billy. Lissandro, good evening. Great to hear Billy is better. Yep, we are here. We are here. According to Sky Sports, all bases believe they have agreed a deal for John Durant for 64 million. Wow. Brian says it's been a long day having meetings, watching pilot episodes, and talking with television executives. I still need to edit Death in Paradise episode 1 of series 14. I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, Al Nasser, Joe means yes. I did hear about that. Joe, good evening. We can, well, Lawrence, muchas gracias, Mickey. Absolutely. And people just saying hello to each other. Yeah, definitely news to hear about Billy. Wacky, good evening. Hope you're well. Only 8 minutes late. I got in there just as soon as I got in. You can't rely on public transport being on time as well. In 2 weeks till our last is back home. That's good, Brian. As well. Coffee, good evening. As well. Julie, good evening. I hope you're keeping well as well. And people just saying hello to each other. Good evening, Ian. So many comments. There we are. It was the greatest ever at Newcastle, and I remember Pete seeing a smile lit up the room with amazing right foot. You fell in it for them instantly. Well, then, let's get into it, because you remember the time, Mason, we signed Miggy from Atlanta United for 21 million. And it was actually, would you believe it, 6 years since we agreed the fee with Atlanta United, the same day we beat Manchester City 2-1.
I was at the game as well.
So was I.
I was at there waiting for the Man City bus coming in to drop the players off. And somebody had said that we agreed a deal with Atlanta at the time for Hamon.
Yep.
Yeah, look on my phone. It was there in black and white, but it was in black and white on Sky Sports. Team agreed the deal. Agreed a deal to sign Hamon. Luckily enough, the twat at the time who was owner had taken the loan out from Barclays for the deal.
You did, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me at the time, I was buzzing because this was the first big major signing since who can you think of?
Well, that was we broke a transfer record then, and before that, before Miggy, it was Michael Owen, and that was in 2005. So we didn't break the transfer record until so many years, until that time.
I meant player-wise. Not fee-wise, player-wise. Well, that's what I was thinking of, because we've had loads. I was thinking of one. Thinking of a particular one. Who did we sign? nah, forget it, because there's a load. But yeah, we're finally broken with bank accounts since obviously you've said make a loan.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at the time I was buzzing because another idiot did have to have a Barclays loan to just for the deal. But yeah, it was brilliant at the time. To see at least to get a high profile player from the MLS.
Yep.
Um,
At the time, yeah. Absolutely. Julie says, well, Miggy, thanks for the memories. Absolutely. Please sack Mason. Oh, what's he been up to, Ian? Dare I ask?
that's what I thought. Because Celtic got beat off Villa. Because Celtic got beat off Villa 4-2.
Oh dear. Yeah, right. Rafa had to fight tooth and nail to get him for the 21 million he did. Actually, 3:40 a.m. for me watching the Youth Champions League games. But I hope he had off to bed sometimes. Bloody hell, coffee. Yeah, man. Hope you're keeping well, Ronald. One thing you can never be faulted was his effort. No, you couldn't fault his effort at all, Mason, could you? He always try every time he was on that pitch.
Yeah. I know people have given him shade for obviously he's freaking shoot, but he's shooting, but you can't fault his work ethic. I think ever since he joined when he first joined, he was like prime Ronaldo. He scored in his debut against Huddersfield.
Yeah, he could have well done. I mean, the first game, it was against Wolves where we drew 1-1. He came off the bench, but he started the game against Huddersfield as well. Very unlucky not to score when he tried to lob the keeper, but
I was at the game and when he had chipped Lossell, when he had chipped Gordon's Lossell at the time. I thought he's going to score, but
I thought that was going to be in as well.
When he just went, I thought, you bastard. But luckily enough, he did favour it up in the second half when he I think he had assisted the run-on goal, didn't he? I'm sure he had assisted the run-on goal just after the second half.
I don't think he assisted. Actually, I don't think his first assist come into the second season when Bruce came in as manager. Remember how depressing things were after the loss for Watford and Rafa's contract, having 5 months left. But then hearing the news changed the mood. Absolutely, Lawrence. As well as the match at night. Yep. Look who's in the chat. Good evening, David. Hope you're well. Good luck. Got lucky that the MLS had a limit on forward players, I think, and they needed to sell them to keep that limit. Be very careful what you say. I might just put you in time, says he and I, because you're one of the mods on the channel as well. So even with things going on between Rafa and the board, it was a nice 5 months between that, even until we found out. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be in a mood. Beware, backs away. Couldn't fault his fight for the shirt. Absolutely, Joe, you couldn't. The new training ground is going to be amazing. The lasses are getting a stadium on the site, and both men and women's teams will be in one place. 200 million quid. Real Madrid Architects. Yeah, absolutely. It was great being at the game Saturday and giving Miggy that superb sent off. Can't fault the lad's worth ethic, and he loves the club. He did. Enjoyed seeing the likes of Isak and ASM since, but wish we could have seen more of that front three with him, Rondon and Perez. Yep. To be honest, Miggy was never winger. He's a cam, but he played as a right wing for the team and delivered some great goals. He did. It's going to be a Gosford Fog, Spades and Cranes will be up later this year. Did have a shot drop by Pickford, then Perez put in the rebound when we beat Everton. Yes, I remember that. Makes sense because Rubens owns the racecourse. They certainly do. It took him a while to get his first goal for us, Mason, because it didn't come until the end of 2019 when he scored against Crystal Palace. But it was a cracking goal, to be fair. Like, the way he just volleyed that into the back of the net, the keeper could only get a hand on it. but still it managed to
It was
go
quite.
in.
It was quite at the time because quite I was to keep our Palace. Yeah, decent goal. I know it was from a corner. But hint, Eddie Howe. Hint. Yeah, it was a well taken goal by me. You know why I said the hint for Eddie Howe? Now why I said the hint for Eddie Howe?
Oh, go on.
Because we don't score enough goals from corners.
No, you don't, do we?
Nah.
You certainly you don't. His first assist that came from, I think it was the 2-2 draw against Manchester City under Bruce in his first season. He set up Willems for the equaliser after Man City took the lead as well. So, but he started to go on a little bit of a scoring run after that. I remember he scored against Rochdale in the FA Cup, and he got one against Wolves in the 1-1 draws there as well.
Yeah, but you're going to score against a League One team
Well,
at the time. I know. But look where they're on now. But look where Rochdale are now. But a League One, I think they were fighting relegation as well at the time.
Mm-hmm.
No. Sorry. It was a season. It was a COVID season. But if you're always going to score against a League One team, especially Rochdale, who have been struggling for quite a while now.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, well taken goal.
Yeah, the Miggy purple patch will always be remembered, and he showed Grealish not to take the piss out of him. Yeah, we all remember that as well. And they all, I mean, we know he wasn't. We know he was mostly playing a wingers for us, but it wasn't his natural position, though, Mason, because we know his natural position is a number 10, and it was majority of that. Bruce only played him in that position.
Well, we had seen him as a winger, didn't we? And Rafa.
No, Rafa played him as a left-sided winger.
Now what it is, I do agree. I think he did play well as a number 10.
That is his best. It's normally his best position, a number 10, because you would get the goals for you then, playing as a number 10 kind of player. Well, I think Mason may have frozen that. But yeah, Bruce already got him back to in his natural position when he had to revert, when he was had to go away from the 5 at the back at the time in his first season to go to the 4-2-3-1 and to play him in this correct position as well. I remember the 2 goals against West Brom in the FA Cup.
So yeah,
no.
Yeah, well, changing.
I remember the 2 goals against West Brom. The first one he got well put through, and the second one, what a great strike that was as well. In the game against West Brom. So that's some of the goals.
I bet it was man Jack West Brom then.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen, Ronald, unfortunately. Catherine says Miggy scored some corkers, to be fair. That full volley against away to Fulham. That is definitely one of his best scores, the goal against Fulham, where we absolutely beat them, 4-1.
I think it was a case game that time, that day. I did see the highlights back and I thought, bloody hell. You know what it is? I do not like the cover read for his allegiances, but no, he scored. Did he not? Was it? My memory is shite. But yeah, the cover reads a cunt, but yeah, well taken goal. Yeah, the cover read scored, but I thought he was in that Almon when he scored. But well taken goal by Almon, and the cover read, you're a cunt.
Any transfer rumours? Well, Miggy's definitely on his way. The pistol terms have been agreed. And talks that Everton could put in a 12 million bid for Sean Longstaff.
I don't like this, but please give away the money.
So pensioners are freezing storm, family struggling, business closing and going bankrupt. And yeah, Manuel will get government funded from taxpayers' money. Scandalous, I know. Have you discussed Longstaff yet? Well, I've heard of the talks of the 12 million rumour. I think we should I don't think that's a bad ideal if it's true.
Oh God, Ronald.
We should set up a young petition to get it debated in Parliament to have that shit stopped. Yeah, they did lose. Don't forget trips. I heard Trippier's been linked to Galatasaray. Are you worried that the Jacks could slip in a relegation battle? Says David.
A little bit.
Running this country, the Matrix. Longstaff will be swapped for DCL. Hope you watch. Hopefully that'll not be the case. Take the 12 million and run out. Say, I don't think 12 million's a bad deal.
Can I quickly come into here? I think they'll go for Longstaff because Mangala's out for the rest of the season with it because he's done one of his ACLs, so Mangala's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it is. I don't think that's a bad idea as well. So,
Mangala was on a loan, but they've got a permanent replacement there anyways for Longstaff.
I don't think it's a bad move, considering if he's in the last year of his contract. I don't know if we triggered another extension on his contract, but I don't think 12 million's a bad deal at all. I'm falling out with someone on here tonight. Anyone watch Keith Downey unloading? No, I've not seen it.
No, I didn't see. I was watching something else on YouTube.
But anyway, back to Miggy. I mean, it took him we know he wasn't really going to succeed under Bruce, was he? I mean, I remember when Bruce thought he could play in centre midfield, which never ever worked at all, Mason.
No. Mark Debates does. One of the stupid decisions Steve Bruce had made at the time. A centre midfielder, are you for fucking real?
It was never going to work with that. It was when Bruce started to revert back to like 5 at the back at one point in his second season.
And as Joe Robinson just said, anybody apart from St. Maximin at the time on the cabbage.
No one, him and probably Callum Wilson, that was it. The rest just didn't do it at all. But it also did take him a while to get going under Eddie Howe as well.
But look at the squad, when Eddie Howe first came in.
Yep. I mean, Miggy's first goal that season in the 21-22 season didn't come. Crystal Palace when we
Palace again.
In April. Yeah, and it was in April, wasn't it? So
it was in my end. It was Tyreek Mitchell, and obviously he took the shot in there. They keep always trying to get it. I don't know. I think it was quite
great goal.
Great goal, quite. Should have got quite. He was like Pickford at the time.
Yeah,
but he couldn't get the goal.
Yeah. Under his time under Rafa, just a shame he couldn't get his goal under Rafa because he did very well under Rafa. To be fair, like he had some great opportunities, but unfortunately a hamstring injury against Southampton in the 3-1 win unfortunately ruled him out for the rest of the season.
I know he had that bit of a patch under Eddie Howe, but I think the best football he played was under Rafa. I
think the left side did work for him as well. Right side just really wasn't his position, so.
And I had that bit of a patch, but his best football was under Rafa.
Yep, absolutely, totally. Paddy Cabela scored tonight for Conor.
I think they beat Feyenoord 6-1 or 7-1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Strange that Moisey, if he did like long stuff, that didn't make that much to make him a hamster.
Julie. I've read and heard Moyes does like Sean Longstaff.
It was a good game for the neutrals, says Ian. Willock, yeah, I agree. Willock had a good run games as well. I wasn't sure if it was the same. All reports claiming we have no funds to spend this window. What on earth has happened to the game money, or where those fake bids? Does it? Surely there's got to be some money there because if we're selling Miggy, surely there could be a bit of money there. Surely
you got to get money off Miggy, Jimmy Miley, the Hartlepool, Longstaff potentially, Kelly potentially, and Target potentially. So you've got 5 players going out the door, including Jimmy Miley, the Hartlepool.
There's got to be some money there. Surely.
If we're set, and two of them are going out the door because Jimmy Miley is signed for Hartlepool. if we get money out of all them 5, then surely we could get 1 or 2 in.
There's got to be something there. Come on. Shall maybe try and use some of that money to go and get a right winger?
Aye.
Grassy banged a brace. I would have liked him there. Aye, Grassy, good player. 6-1 says Joe. Paddy Moyes is on a budget at Everton. Anderson Mitty also gone, yet spending £0 on new players heading into a semi-final second leg. What a farce this is. Keith Dennison unloaded that if we bought Gay last summer, then we would have been in a position where we would have to force our players to comply with PSR again for the season. This PSR is bollocks. And exactly, we can't be skinned, Charlie. Plus, if the money's going in the club from the stack as well. I like, what is going on there? What we do.
And you're getting the match day, you're getting revenue from the stack, revenue from the club shop, and revenue off match day as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Food, drinks in the stadium, you name it.
And you're gonna get a little bit more money before the transfer window with the Fulham game on Saturday. Before the window shuts on Monday, get a little bit more money off the Fulham game.
There's got to be some funds there. We could probably spend a little bit on.
This is the last weekend before the window shuts, and people are going to be on the piss from Friday to Sunday. Surely.
Absolutely. Now, Newcastle and I often do this. We will sell a player that gets some injuries as soon as the window closes. We are on the verge of reaching the Champions League and reaching Wembley. Now's the time to spend. Well said, David. You are spending 105 million per season on wages. But Charlie, they need to start thinking this FFP, because Charlie, the 105 million over 3 seasons is surely outdated completely now. I honestly think we're going to take advantage from 30th of June on teams struggling to meet PS and also go big in the summer, says Joel. A big summer window is needed. If, as I predict, no signs will be made in this window, that's when the pressures will really crank up on Mitchell, although some should be on him now, to be honest. Mitchell has a cushy job. He has done sod all. I'm not putting this a lot down to Paul Mitchell. I think Paul Mitchell is trying to get... I think he's possibly trying to get some deadwood out now to see if we can get a couple of players in before the window closes.
Let's see what came up last week. That laddie who went to Man City from Lons, but we're close to signing him. But
exactly. So surely there's got to be money there if we were close to getting Kusanov.
We were close to getting Kusanov, who went to Man City, and that laddie from that lad from Real Valladolid, what's he called again? Because two of you did it.
Exactly.
Because I think. Yep. We're close to saying him. Look where he's went. He's went to Man City and all.
Absolutely. I think the club is waiting until the summer so they can buy big and affect PSR. We have to send surgery summer if we want Europe a few injuries, and we're done for. I agree. We sold Minty and Elliott to get back in the green of PSR. We apparently still don't have the headroom yet to buy players. If we qualify for Champions League and win a trophy this season, we have a bigger war chest. Absolutely. Dunbar. Yep. Dunbar. The only club got around rent from concession stands in the club. The club don't profit from the food or drinks. My friend is a loss, so just then works on Premier League. All right, fair enough then. Sell a Miggy for 12 gives us 60 million spent. Surely it does. Or it's not far away from there. Let's just hope he's a big fit.
And plus, you're going to get a little bit of money from the Jimmy Mail deal with his wages coming for boots.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back to Miggy then. Let's talk about the season in the 22-23 season where he was on a goal scoring run there, Mason. I mean, the goal against Manchester City in the 3-3 draw, and he was just bagging in goals from there.
Well, if it wasn't for sitting Jack Grealish, Melvin off a book house for that Riyad Mahrez run like Miggy Almiron, when he wouldn't have had that brutal patch. It's basically all down to Jack Grealish, because if he didn't save that Riyad Mahrez runs like Miggy, then he wouldn't have done it. And there's a reason why he had scored against Man City, because Jack Grealish was sitting in the stands next to Mike Summerby, and he was absolutely, and there was a photo, and he was absolutely foaming.
Totally, yeah. Kulisevsky would be a good sign for the summer. We could tempt to Spiz unlikely to make Europe. Never mind Wilders is back soon. Oh. He cannot stay fit. That's only problem with Wilson. Let's talk about some of the goals he scored in that big season he had. I mean, the goal against Aston Villa in the 4-0 win, that was some goal, that as well.
Who was it again, sorry?
Villa.
Yeah.
Where he receives the ball and he just buried that in the far corner outside the box.
Yeah, it was a well-taken goal. I'm looking for that photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think that just sacked Gerrard as well.
Yeah, they did.
And I think it was the day after they had agreed they had a deal agreed with Villarreal for Emery. But yeah, it doesn't matter who was in charge at Villa at that time. We absolutely hammered them.
Yeah, we also need to spend some money to show the likes of Isak Bruno that this roller coaster race is far from being over. Isak will be massive demand next summer if we miss out on the Champions League. Yep. No worries. Take care, Joe.
Yeah.
Top players won't stick around season after season. No European football. They won't. Absolutely, they won't. But if that patch he went on in the season, we finished fourth as well. Some great goals he scored in that season as well. And let's talk about the link-up goal as well in the 3-0 win against Leicester City away on Boxing Day when the Premier League restarted after the World Cup. The link-up play between him and Bruno in that game was absolutely fantastic. That's another great goal I'm going to put down to him that scored for us as well, because of the link-up, how great the link-up play was as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Leicester were shite at the time because obviously that was the season when the face got relegated. Yeah, that Leicester squad was poor at the time, but a good taken goal by Almiron. I mean, the build up was perfection. But yeah, let's start the time where shit.
Yeah, they were. But it was a great link-up play goal. It really was, to be fair. So, but then he did stop scoring for a little bit then, and he did come off the bench against Wolves in the 2-1 win as well. He did start. He got his goal then. So
it was to see. You know what it is. He's done it twice that season. You took the cross. Like it was supposed to be a cross, but you had tried to take a shot towards the goal, and it happened against Wolves and all.
Yep.
I think a couple of keepers, Guaita in particular, must have hated playing against the Almiron League.
Another great goal against Everton, even though we'd only beat them 1-0, but the way he just shot that first time, and the way it goes over, the way Pickford is completely beaten from that as well, was just incredible as well.
And another keeper now, Pickford. So that was Guaita, Jose saw who was still at Wolves and Pickford. Keepers, them three keepers have no chances with Miggy's shots when he took them. Like,
no, definitely not. I love that one against Everton as well. The way Pickford particularly has to get his hand all the way up to try and save it, and he couldn't. As well, the one also the one against Spurs away where we beat them 2-1. The way he held that ball up so well, the way he was so far out wide, and the way he managed to cut in as well, and managed to slot that in.
I think that was
Maurice.
I think that was one of Conte's last games, wasn't it?
I think it was Conte. I know Conte was the manager at the time.
But I was thinking, is that not one of his last games? Because I think he got sacked after that game.
Yeah, but so he had some really, really good goals in that season when we finished fourth. The season after, it just it started to really go downhill from him.
Yeah,
But however, let's talk about the goal against PSG, though.
Can I just make a little point before we go on to the PSG goal? I think with Gordon picking up form in the Euros with the under-23s and signing Barnes, I think you wouldn't have seen Miggy having a chance. I think that's why. I think if you agree with us, I think the reason why he's down for a little bit because I think with the form Gordon was on in Harvey Barnes signed from Leicester.
Yep.
I just wanted to make that before we went on the PSG goal.
Yeah.
Forget what people say about Almiron. That goal will live long in the memory because that was my first ever Champions League game. And to score right in front of me, I was like a little kid when he scored, man. God. Honestly, that goal will go down long in my memory, that league.
Absolutely. Well, here it is. That's all what we remember. There you are.
Now, what it is, if you're coming from a PSG perspective, for fuck's sake. You know, coming from a PSG perspective, Marquinhos should be doing a lot better with the pass. Marquinhos should be doing a lot better for a centre back. For a centre back of his caliber, he should be doing a lot better. Not because you passed it straight to Isaac. You passed it straight to Isaac, and then Donnarumma saved his shot. And
it came off Bruno's head when they're who was it again?
Marquinhos.
Yeah, Marquinhos hit it off Isak's head, off Bruno's head, fell to Isak's save, and then Bruno did Miggy did the rest.
Losing.
So someone should make a video of all Miggy's goals. We've got to be careful on copyright, though, Ronald. That's the only problem.
I think the club will do. I think the club will probably do that because they all.
Club. I think they will as well. Galatasaray would be a good option for Trippier. I agree. I think we need to get Trippier off the wage bill as well. When you deliver your next sermon at the cathedral, and then you can get the new congregation to have a whip round for a new right winger. Ronald Taylor, there's one on YouTube. I think it's the NUFC Vids channel. Not saying no. I think the one will make a they'll make a one with all his goals. That wouldn't surprise me if they make a one with all his goals as well. But that season, he just didn't really shine up to it, unfortunately, because there wasn't many goals he scored that season, was it? So, I mean,
with the form of Barnes and Gordon, he wasn't going to get anywhere near, I don't know.
I mean, we had the goal against PSG. Obviously, He did score against Burnley when we beat them 2-0 as well. 6-0 against 8-0 against Sheffield United. He made it 6-0 in the game. Fulham when we beat them 3-0, but then he just
don't get me started with that Milan chance, please.
But then unfortunately the goals just stopped from there, and the assists just stopped from there. Unfortunately,
don't get me started with that AC Milan thing. God, that was an absolute stinker. That how did he not score that?
God, he blazed it. Yeah, I agree. But it just disappeared from them because his last goal and assist. Well, his last goal for us was Fulham away.
Yeah, I think with the recent performances, and obviously the recent not getting the chance on the I think it just showed he needed to move on. Apparently, he turned down Saudi because obviously he
did.
Because if it's true because he's a Catholic, then
well, he should have understood the situation though.
But I read and heard about he's a fucking Catholic and that's why he didn't want to go to Saudi.
Still, but you've got to think of your career as well, because unfortunately Murphy got ahead of him. Bonds in a way started to get ahead of him in a way as well. And the goals and assists just unfortunately disappeared. Unfortunately, that, I mean, and I mentioned his last goal was the 3-0 win against Fulham. That was back in December 2023.
Just shows you. Exactly 13 months.
I mean, I thought he did well in the derby when we beat Sunderland 3-0 in the FA Cup.
Well, it's a fucking championship side.
Well, true, but still. But just there was just
majority of the Sunderland team had fucking kids.
Well, but he did have some really poor games in that one. The Forest 3-1 defeat at home. The away game, he just didn't look impressive in that one as well, unfortunately. But just a shame. But and then this season, Mason, he just came down the pecking order.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten many game names as he would first thought. Obviously, because you've got the form of Gordon and the form of Jacob Murphy.
Yep.
And as well, Eddie Howe was preferring Harvey, but before he got injured, he preferred Harvey Barnes before he got injured, and even with Harvey Barnes out injured, he hasn't been picked or he hasn't been played by Eddie Howe. It just shows you for the sake of his own career, it's time to move on. And he's going back to a place where he was loved before he came to Newcastle. Yep. That partnership with him and Joseph Martinez. It's a shame Joseph Martinez isn't there anymore, but Miggy will be loved. He is still loved at Atlanta, and obviously he'll be buzzing, but he'll be.
Have we got some images to show Mason?
It's just some of the ex-Premier League players who he'll be playing with.
Oh well then.
Obviously he's been with Latiolaf as well. Latiolaf from Borough and Odson Edwards from Bristol Palace from his Premier League club. Right. It'd be an interesting for some of these players who I'm going to bring up. Do you remember this one?
Oh, Guzan.
He's the number one at Atlanta, and he's 40 years old now, and he's still playing.
Wow.
Xander Silva, who was a youth player at West Ham, and he had a spell at Nottingham Forest when he didn't get much game times. I'll have a look. Obviously, with going back to Brad Guzan, he did play for Villa, Hull, and Borough, and since 2017, and then once Borough got relegated, and he signed for Atlanta in 2017, and he's made 234 appearances, and he is 40 years old. Xander Silva, get him up. And he's played for West Ham in Nottingham Forest. He had a season at Nottingham Forest, and he would play like 8 times. Do you remember this player?
Oh yeah, Klitsch.
Yeah, he's just signed for Atlanta from DC United.
So be playing with him, yep.
For the Scottish folks, Ronald Hernandez, who had a spell at Aberdeen. Brooke Lennon, who had a spell as a youngster. Get him up. Who was at Liverpool as a kid. And for the Championship folks, Derek Williams, who played for Villa,
yep,
Bristol City and Blackburn, and I think he was in the squad when we beat Blackburn in the cup. Yep. And since then he's played for LA Galaxy, DC United, and Atlanta. Right, Ian Fleming. He's particularly for you. The manager's Ronnie Dyer. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Obviously, the assistant's Kenny Miller. Everybody know who he is. Elliot Parish, who had a majority of his time in Scotland. Get up his clubs. Villa, Lincoln, the Village of the Dam, Wickham, Bristol City. That's Cardiff, by the way. Village of the Dam. Blackpool, Colchester, Accrington, Stanley, Dundee and St Johnson, and he's a goalkeeping coach at Atlanta. And the last player, does anybody recognise this player?
Yeah, dude, Carl Robinson.
No, next Mackham. Wolves, Portsmouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Shrewsbury, Warsaw, Rotherham, Sheffield United, Mackhams, Norwich, Toronto, and New York Red Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And that is everything. I thought I would I had a look at this afternoon and
Yep.
see. I had a look this afternoon. I had a look through to see which ex-Premier League players are players who have had spells over here. So at least he won't be the only one with Premier League experience.
No, absolutely. We need to talk about, unfortunately, he just at times wouldn't try with his right foot. Because every time when he was on the right side, he was always keep cutting in. He was like chopping and changing to try and get the ball on his left foot every time. And he just wouldn't use his right foot, unfortunately, a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there was some not right. I don't know why he didn't use his right foot.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly go back to Carl Robinson? He was at Vancouver Whitecaps from 2013 to 2018, Newcastle Jets in 2020, and Western Sydney Wanderers from 2020 to 2022. And he's on the coaching stuff at Atlanta. I thought I would just put it out there. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know why he didn't play with his right foot. I don't know why.
Yeah, just a shame he didn't score many goals. Only one, I believe, on his right foot, and that was against Wolves in the 1-1 draw in Bruce's first season with us as well. So it just never would try it a lot of the time, unfortunately. Not sure Miggy's a Catherine. He didn't like crosses.
Do you get it though? Do you get what Catherine just said? Do you get it?
Yeah, I do. Reminds me of that bloke off we had signs on the motorbike. Says, yes, won the league with the Mason. There you did. That wheel top looks awful.
I do apologise to any of the I do apologise to the religious folks if that if you took offence to what Catherine just said. It's only a joke.
But yeah, but this season we could tell it was a player that we have to move on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's majority. It's just been cup games. He's only had starts in for this season.
Yeah, it just shows it. I think everybody agrees as well. It's time to move on.
It is, yeah. I mean, he did start in the he did start in the game against Forest to win the Carabao Cup. And the start after that was Wimbledon. Which we won 1-0. He just hasn't started a Premier League game at all this season.
Unless Eddie Howe's got pissed. Unless Eddie Howe's had enough of him.
He just, yeah. Portugal's just got Murphy's gone ahead of him this season. That was some neckline on that shit. Looked like it was made out of wool. I never understood why Premier players all predominantly one-footed. They train in practice. Daily sure you would work on weaker foot. Yeah, surely you would. So Miggy was going was one about only 1-8 to get shot for the summer. Yeah, I remember him crying when we didn't beat Wolves was or close to his debut. You could tell the kid cared, loved the guy. Yep. I remember that game, the first game against Wolves. I think we were still really truly robbed in that game. Because I believe
cheating bastard.
Because I think Dubravka was fouled. And he came on and he thought, wow, this is some kid we've got. But just a shame it's gone on now. It's not worked out for the season. We've had to move him on. He's 30 years old now, and I think going back to the MLS is the perfect move for him. And it's a club where we got him from. We got him for 21. We are selling him for getting close to 10 million. But I don't think we would have got a higher price tag considering his age now, Mason.
But wouldn't, unfortunately. But at least he's got a nice little 4.5 year deal.
Yep.
It is age, and for a league like that is not too bad. Obviously, the surroundings will be, at least he'll be familiar with the surroundings.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy for Miggy going somewhere. He'll be loved and looked after. I agree, Wacky. Good luck to him. Can't fault him for the effort. You can't fault him at all for the effort. And I think go back to the MLS is a great move to the club we got him from as well. And I think Atlanta United will get the best out of him again. I really believe and truly they will.
Hello, Lewis. And hello, Tony.
I'm kind of sad to see Miggy go, but happy for me he's gone home. Yep. Very well said, Pete Mason. It's nice for Miggy to return to comfortable surroundings, and no doubt he's truly loved it. I agree. Got injured tonight. He's trying to stop the ball going out for a throw and then felt a pop in my calf. Oh, hope you're okay, Tony. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. As well, so. But yeah. All we could do, Mason, is just now wish Miggy the best of luck now on his return back to Atlanta United.
Yeah, at least he'll be going back to a club he was loved before he joined Newcastle. Obviously, I'll be as I always do with a couple of former players. I'll be watching his progress while he's back in the US.
Yeah, I mean, can you think of any other goals we remember from his time here as well?
No, I don't think of any.
There'll be a few that we'll probably miss, but there's definitely some crackers he scored. I've said Villa was one of them, the 4-0. We'll all remember the PSG one, obviously. Burnley was a great goal he scored as well. Yep, absolutely. Lewis, the Champions League goal. I won't be surprised if he gets number 10 at shirt at Atlanta United. Best goal was the one against Fulham. That was a cracking goal as well. Really, really was.
And as Mr. Bogarts just said there, we must be Fulham on Saturday.
The goal against Fulham from Bruno's flick. Yep. Yep. But go back to the first goal he scored, Mason, where he took his top off and celebrated when we beat Palace 1-0. Because you wouldn't know how much of that would have meant to him getting his first goal for the club at that time.
It did. And obviously, you've seen him after as well, when he just put his hand to his heart and obviously shouting to the fans and all that. It just shows you how it meant to him as well. I think the best team you probably played was against Palace because he had scored twice. I think that's the more scores he had scored against one opposition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, it was. As well, what do we remember as well? The awards he's won. Of course, he won Premier League Player of the Month and Goal of the Month for October 2022 as well. We'll never forget that.
The best bit was when he told Grealish to fuck off.
We'll never forget that as well.
That was the best one, Nick, when he tell Grealish to fuck off after he just scored.
But me, he starts banging in Willies again. Yep. Mind you, that goal v Palace was a screamer too and an important one at that point in season 2. the flick was pure filth as well. Miggy was Toon's very own roadrunner. I can still remember that one and the whole crowd boo at the referee. Yep, because of the yellow card they dished out as well. But it was just when in February 2023, he signed a 3-year deal, but it just unfortunately just went, which was a shame, unfortunately.
Just like Gallant's cryptocurrency and all that. That's how far it went.
Yeah.
Lewis, the fuck it is a crap rule, but you take it off when you spoke. What a load of bullshit. Lewis, you've just said the fuck it is a crap rule. That doesn't make sense.
At least Bruno won't have to eat his result. It is a crap rule. If you take your stop off when you score, it is, to be honest, it is.
Peter, if you read it first, it says the fuck it is a crap rule. Lewis, you've had a bad day, mate.
Well, I think that means
it
is a crap rule.
No, but it says the fuck it is a crap rule.
Well,
he's on the mad. Lewis, you've had a mad day.
Oh, you mean to be fair?
Oh, you should let you off.
So, yeah. Well, the pistol. So we now know, Mason, that the pistol terms are being agreed now with Atlanta United, and it's just a matter of time before the deal will be announced.
If you haven't seen, if you haven't seen it, Sky have said he's agreed them.
So, yeah,
it was at 6 o'clock. It was at 6 o'clock. Yeah, Sky has said he's agreed personal terms, so he's agreed.
We could move Wilson on this month. I know we really need to as well. So,
Gallant's deal, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck's sake, man.
But that was another player we needed to move on as well because he's just completely glass up, mate, unfortunately. So, but best of luck to Miggy on his return to Atlanta United. I think he'll do well there. Of course, I think he'll still keep up his performances there for Paraguay as well, because we all know he's a Paraguayan international as well, so he still plays for his country as well. Just the same, the last times it just didn't work for him. It just didn't go according to plan for Miggy, unfortunately, but never mind. I know we're talking about Miggy, but did you see the small club shop in Manchester City was set alight? I heard there was a fire there, actually.
Sky has said that it would have been, but the game was a doubt at first.
At least it'd be easy for him to get back to Paraguay. Yep. So, all the best to him. All the best to him. But the question is, Mason, are we getting a replacement in this window?
Hopefully.
Because we're going to need one, because we're going to be a right winger short when Miguel officially leaves.
Surely they've got players. As I've said to a couple of people on a couple of group chats, I said hopefully we've got players lined up.
See, Bakayoko's been mentioned. Who else has been mentioned? We can name Yilmaz is another one in Turkey.
That laddie from Besiktas.
Yep. Ryan Cherky would be another good player.
What's that Lewis sent? Oh, he's sending videos of the freaking fire in Manchester.
Hopefully everyone was okay in that incident as well. So,
well, Lewis, how did you proper get a free ticket?
Oh.
He said he's probably got a free ticket for a Man City game, isn't
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did he get that? I went for one of his friends always.
Yep. But to score 6 goals in 6 goals in 6 matches as well, with 2 against Fulham. which was good to see because he went on that running streak as well. So we'll remember some really good times he had at this club. We really, really will. But just a shame it just started going downhill for Miggy, unfortunately, and the performances were just not there in his later stages at Newcastle United, unfortunately. But yeah. Hopefully we can use that money to try and incorporate a replacement, because we're going to need one, because we've only got Jacob Murphy at the moment. And hopefully we can go and try and look for someone with the last few days of the window to go now.
Nah, Newcastle. Nah, no, should probably get John Duran alone since Al Nassr's a PIF club. Imagine that happened. The Villa fans be absolutely mortal with that. They'll hate it.
Probably will.
I'd actually owned by PIF Al Nassr.
I'll have to double check again. 3 cheers for Miggy, lads. Starting off, Pete. Yay! All the best to Miggy on his new on his challenge back to new challenge. Well, on his challenge back to Atlanta United.
I know, 75%.
So, but we definitely will remember Miggy for the good times at the club. Absolutely, we will. It's now time to go and get a replacement. We had to get him off the wage bill, unfortunately, because the performances were just not there anymore. But I think he was ruined under Steve Bruce. He was not getting anywhere with Steve Bruce, unfortunately, a lot of the time. Knocking him from a number 10 to centre midfield was just an absolute joke, that was. And a lot of the time, apart from the one season, it's just not gone the corner then, unfortunately. So we definitely should have moved on early, but now we are getting him off there. We're now moving him on in this window. He did feel emotional when he said his goodbyes to the players at the training ground as well, and no doubt they'll be wishing him the best of luck as well when he returns back to the MLS. And yeah, it does close on the 3rd of February. PD's main targets they were tracking did his calf muscle playing tonight. He told you in the chat earlier. Yeah, I did see it. Will fans be fuming if we sign no one in the replacement in the next few days? That will be a crazy risk that will backfire as usual. There's a lot of frustration again, but there's other clubs who are not signing in as well.
Wacky, the Saudi window open shuts on Friday at 9 o'clock.
Osula might be able to do a job on the right wing if maybe gets injured. Give him an opportunity.
Hey. For what I've read, apparently Blackburn want him on loan.
I don't think we should be letting Osula go out on loan in this window. I think it'll be too risky. Wilson will pick up another injury soon, and we don't. And if Isak gets injured, we're knackered. Still rather get someone in. Absolutely, we need to. Would have been nice to sell him last January when there was interest in recall mint if we ever had the option to do that. Yep. Wilson suffered a setback in his comeback. Apparently, he's put a forearm muscle trying to tie his shoelaces. Apparently, we're trying to strike a deal for Jonathan David in this window because he can't play right wing too. Yes, he can. But Codseal selling, and we're also looking at Matthews Tell on loan with option to buy. Interesting. We just need a right winger in this window.
You know what it is? I'm going to say it, yeah. I do get mixed up with Jonathan David with Timothy Weah, because it looks similar.
Can't see Osula going on loan. I don't think I like to see Osula given a chance on right wing too, but not she's got the defensive tracker back in his locker yet. I certainly wouldn't be putting him out on loan in this window right now.
And Jonathan David's French Canadian, and Timothy Weah's American. Good evening, Ryan. That's why. If you're watching, that's why I said French Canada just to piss you off. Because I know how you love seeing French Canadian by Paul.
Well, just before we wrap up the show, Mason, who's the replacement you would like to see come in if we do get one?
Well, if it's true what Tony's just said, David.
Yeah.
If it's true what Tony just said there, put him.
All that Matthews tell. That
Just
just happened as well.
Chelsea and Tottenham want him now.
Well,
that's why I've hopefully, or if they're still wanting Bakayoko from PSV, I wouldn't mind him.
great player as well. Ryan Cherky from Lyon wouldn't be a bad option as well.
There's a couple. We've been linked with a couple of right wingers, to be honest. Hopefully, we'll try and get one in.
I just hope we're going to try and look for someone, because I don't want us to be a right wing short. Gordon doesn't like playing there. We know he plays better on the left. We're same with Barnes as well. We need to get that position looked into immediately. We really need to. We need backup. We really, really need to. Hopefully, I'm still going to be hopeful that someone will come through the door. I'm still having that hope that it'll happen. Lille will definitely not sell him and tried and replace him last summer with his contract up in the summer. Yep. Paddy Space are looking into Turkey as well. You lads on here, transfer deadline day. I want to see Mason wearing the Jim famous tie. We'll think of something if we can. Where do you go to Space if they don't get European football? Ooh, interesting.
Apparently, Tottenham have open talks with Wisa.
I think that from Brentford.
Yep.
Can't see that happening. So anyway, well, that's it for tonight's show. Thank you so much for those popped in for tonight. Mason being co-host. Those of you who popped up in the chat as well. Mods on the channel, really appreciate what you do as well. Thank you so much. And all the best luck to Miggy on his return to Atlanta. Hopefully he'll stop banging the goals there for them as well. So good luck to Miggy. All the best to him. Hopefully he'll have a successful time going back to his former club that we purchased him from. So thank you so good luck again to Miggy Almiron. All the best to you. So yeah, we will be back tomorrow night for the match preview. Of course, for Fulham on Saturday. So do join us at 8 o'clock tomorrow night for that. We will be back Friday as well for you know what. So that'll be back on Friday as well. So just remember these comments. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Yeah, we will be back tomorrow. Cheers, lads. No problem at all. Cheers, Ian. Cracking show, lads. Nice tribute. Nice cracking late show, guys. A nice tribute for Miggy and well deserved. Absolutely. Cheers, David. Hope Australia doesn't leave on loan, then going as a second forward, though, through the forward option through the middle. Nah, don't want to see that. Great show, the Reverend PD and the altar boy Mason. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Cheers, Wacky. Adios, me. Take care and all. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Please help it. It helps the channel. Cheers so much, Joe, as well. Well, then, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight, please remember to give us a thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. So please do hit the likes if you have enjoyed tonight's show. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button, completely free to do so. And it does help make the channel grow. And please hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So please make sure you do hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with all the content that we bring out for you on the channel week in, week out for you to enjoy. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p, hit the join button to become a member and you'll be put into a prize draw as well. We do for you as well. So I travel 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles, Miggy. I think it'll be the summer when we get someone. Well, says Julie, we'll wait and see. Well, hopefully we've got to try and look for someone. Hopefully we can. See you all. So there you are. Well, then, guys, me and Mason, we will see you all again tomorrow night for the match preview. This window about outgoings. Yeah, Paul Mitchell looks like he's trying to get the deadwood out. Going now. Will another one go before the window closes? We shall wait and see. But it looks like Paul Mitchell is trying to get the deadwood out the side. So it helps us say. So it helps us for players that are going to help us go forward. So Well then, guys, we'll see you all later. Take care. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. See you later, guys. Take care. How are the lads? And again, once again, best of luck to Miggy on his return to Atlanta United. All the best. Good luck, Miggy. Thanks for your time here at St. James's at Newcastle United. Yeah. See you there, guys. Take care and good night, all.